but it's actually Tuesday. It is the final day of March, so March is pretty much done. Um, we got a few more hours of it, and then March is over. So, to all of you who were here with me for the month of March, I appreciate that. It was a good month. We got a lot done in terms of video, in terms of content. We got a lot of good videos on the channel, and I was just super happy to have a good month. God, I can't speak. I'm just checking my phone just to make sure everything's working properly, because sometimes these live streams can be a little glitchy, but it looks like we're working, so that is good. But anyway, yeah, today was kind of a slow day. We got rain most of the day. In fact, we're getting a bunch of rain right now. I don't know if you guys heard the rain last night. Around 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning, it was insane the amount of rain we got last night, and then we got a bit of a pause for the duration of the day. So that was kind of nice. And now it's raining again, and we do have some thunder and lightning. And actually, this morning, at least in the Guelph, Wellington area, there was a severe thunderstorm warning for our area. So but as I said, there was a couple hours where there was no rain, so I did go out and do some buffing and try to get some videos. Didn't see anything responding. However, I did see Pump 5 returning to the station, and it's kind of interesting. Headquarters is kind of going through an interesting period right now. Aerial 1 is still out of service, so they're running Pump 1 and Pump 5 out of headquarters. So they're running two pumpers out of that station, which is kind of unusual. So Pump 1 is running front line, and I think Pump 5 is running as a callback unit. So it's kind of interesting what's going on at headquarters right now in terms of staffing of the trucks. And what's going on with that. So yeah, I noticed that today when I was walking by the hall, it was Pump 5 that was returning from a call to Station 1. So that was kind of an interesting sight to see. And then in the bay next to it, there was Pump 1 running in Aerial 1 space, so running as a front line. And then Aerial 1 was sitting in the maintenance bay. I saw it as well. Not sure what's going on with Aerial 1, but it has been out of service for almost a week now, so not too sure what's going on with the truck. But knowing the fact that it's a Rosenbauer, maybe that has something to do with it. Who knows? But it's out of service, and actually Wyndham Street, which is the street that the fire hall is on, is completely closed to city traffic and to all vehicle traffic. So they're having to drive out onto Wellington Street to respond to calls because the front of their hall has been completely fenced off and gated. So they can't go out onto Wyndham Street and then go on to Wellington. So that's changing their response patterns a little bit. And the way they respond to calls. So have to keep an eye out for that. And the Wyndham Street construction is going to be going on for really the next probably 2 years, is what it's sounding like, or at least minimum 6 months. So it's going to be a long process for construction. They're redoing the whole stretch of Wyndham Street from the south to the north. That's part of the whole city downtown revitalization project, which they're working on. So yeah, the street where the fire hall is on is completely closed off, so it's making responses a little bit interesting now that they have to turn out onto Wellington instead of Wyndham. So it's a little bit different for seeing vehicles respond, and I certainly have to be a little bit more diligent when I'm buffing there. But yeah, other than that, everything's pretty good. I did drop the March response compilation today, so that was a pleasure to make that compilation. It's actually probably my longest monthly response compilation that I've ever posted. So I posted that today, and it's over 8 minutes long. So super happy about that. Hey Mason, hey Ontario Firebuff, how you guys doing? Some rain we're getting, eh? I don't know if you guys are getting it down in St. Thomas, but up here we're just getting hammered with rain. I don't know about you guys, but we are getting a shit ton of rain. But yeah, so I dropped the. I'm doing pretty good. Today was a bit of a slow day for videos. I didn't do any rail fanning. I did a little bit of buffing, but I didn't see any responses. But I did drop the March response compilation, so happy to do that. And I did see a CN freight train, so I was happy about that as well. Hey Griffin, welcome to the stream. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Good, you, yeah, a lot of downpour this morning. LOL, yeah, it's we are getting some rain down here in Guelph, and really the whole southern Ontario. We're getting a hell of a lot of rain, so I'm not sure what's going on, but yeah, we're getting a lot, so it's interesting. It is certainly interesting, but we need the rain. We need the rain, and I'd much rather have the rain than the snow. The frickin' snow, I was getting tired of the snow, so I'm happy to see that we're getting rain instead of snow, because the snow was getting a little bit tiring. All that freaking snow we got. I think we got more snow this winter than we've gotten in recent winters. We just got a hell of a lot this year, so it's nice to see the rain instead. Hey Ben, welcome to the stream. How you doing, man? Good to see ya. Was St. Thomas quiet for calls today? I like how you censor out the quiet word. Oh, definitely. Today was a slow day. Yeah, well, that's all right. Yeah, Guelph was actually pretty busy today. I heard a lot of sirens. I actually missed, I was out buffing at headquarters, and I actually missed Pump 5 responding by literally 5 minutes. I was up at the other end of Wellington. I saw it responding, and by the time I got up to Wellington and Wyndham, it was returning to the hall. I should have filmed it returning because it turned its lights on and then backed in the bay, but they're running kind of an interesting setup out of headquarters. Aerial 1's still out of service, so they're running Pump 5 and Pump 1 out of that station, out of headquarters. So they're running those two trucks. And it was really strange to see Pump 5 running front line today. I think they were running front line because they were running all the medical calls, to my knowledge. So yeah, kind of an interesting day, and interesting to see what's going on with the fleet. But Wyndham Street is closed in front of the fire hall, so it's screwing up all the responses for the fire trucks. They have to now respond on Wellington, and they can't drive out on Wyndham because they got the whole front of the fire hall blocked off for construction, which will probably be a 6 month to a year process, is what they're saying. Doing well, that's good, man. You've really been getting a lot of good videos. You and Matt have been getting a lot of good videos in terms of buffing. You guys have been doing a great job. I actually saw your St. Catharines fire response video. That was really cool to see the new Maxi Saber responding. I'm really glad that you guys got that. Looks really good lit up at night. Love to see that thing in the daytime eventually, but yeah, good catch with that one. It's good to have quiet days, though. Past 2 days have been crazy. Yeah, absolutely. It's good to have quiet days every now and then. Like for me, today was a busy day. I just wasn't out at the right times, and I wasn't in the right place at the right time. I actually had a friend text me and say, "Oh, I missed an ambulance response out on Woodlawn," because I was supposed to go to Woodlawn Road. So, unfortunately, I didn't go to Woodlawn Road today, and I missed an ambulance response. But it's just an ambulance. I've got a ton of them, so it's no big loss. Going to Station 2 for the rest of this week to get lots of air horns. I saw your video that you posted of Rescue 2 responding, where he lost all of his equipment turning the corner out of the bay. That was something. Where the truck lost all of its equipment out of the compartment bay. I hope nothing was damaged, but that was quite the pull they did. Thanks, and yeah, lots of catches on Instagram of it during the day. None from us this past weekend. Oh, okay. Nice. Well, unfortunately, I don't have Instagram, but yeah, certainly, I'm sure I'll see it in the day eventually. But yeah, it really looked good at night, all lit up. Really is a good looking truck. I really like those Maxi Sabers. I really like those trucks. I kind of hope Guelph gets one, or I hope all of them are Maxi Sabers. I think they're a really cool build, but we'll see what happens. I'm not even sure what we're getting. I've kind of been asking around. I was actually chatting with some firefighters at Guelph Fire Department. And they couldn't tell me anything about the new pumper deliveries. And the funny thing is all the firefighters I was talking to them last Friday. They were all new firefighters. They were in their training period still. They were hired, but they were going through all the training and that. And one of them was from St. Thomas. One of them was from Waterloo. None of them were from Guelph, so it was pretty interesting. I was saying to the one guy from St. Thomas, "You got quite the commute to come into work." But I don't know how often they work. I don't know if they work every day or if they work a couple times a week. I don't know what firefighters' work shift is like. I think they work 24 hours though, so I don't imagine they come every day. They probably come a couple times a week to work, but that's quite the commute from St. Thomas to Guelph to go to work. But it was pretty cool, meeting a couple of the new firefighters, and they all seem pretty young. So they, as I said, they were just in the training phase of their employment. So yeah. But they didn't know anything about the new pumpers. They told me, though, if I want to know, I should maybe ask someone in maintenance, which is kind of what Ben has said in the past. So if I ever get in contact with somebody in maintenance, I will definitely ask them because I really want to know what we're getting. Yeah, Pump 2 has to face the same struggle as the frontline rig as Pump 1. So it's, yeah, that Pump 2 will be getting its miles in now that it's running for Station 1. It'll be getting its miles in, running all the time, the medicals and different things. 24 hours, 8 days a month. Oh, okay. That's not bad. Yeah, but the shifts are long, but That's not bad. 8 days a month, 24 hours. That's pretty good. Cool. I knew a firefighter when I was younger, and he actually was. I didn't really understand at the time, but he worked two jobs, and I guess that's probably why he worked two jobs, because he had the ability to kind of, with 8 days a month working for the fire department, and then he had time to do another job on top of that. So he was making good money, but that's actually a pretty good gig. 8 days a month, 24 hours, pretty cool. I got a video of London EMS responding and police with my new video camera today. Oh, nice. What kind of camera do you have? What kind of camera do you have? I'm using an old iPhone 7. I've showed this phone many times. I'm supposed to be getting a new one in the next month or so, so that'll be interesting to see how the new camera works if I get it. But what kind of camera are you using? I know Mason uses like a Nikon camera, and I think Ben uses a Nikon too. I don't know. I think he told me. I forget. People tell me things and I forget. But yeah, London EMS is always super good to get responding. I remember there's been a couple times where I've gotten them responding in Guelph doing transfers. No, we're Sony for okay, Sony. Yeah, yeah. I made that mistake, but it's Mason that has the Nikon. Sony's pretty good. They make pretty good electronics. I have the same one as fire photography. Okay, cool, cool, nice. You look like Dragon Ball Z character. Thank you, I appreciate that. I don't know if that's a compliment or an insult, but I'm gonna take it as a compliment. Geez, the rain is really. You guys can see this on camera, but look at the freaking water coming right off the Eastroff. Damn, we are getting some rain. Wow, Jesus, we are getting a hell of a lot of rain. I actually heard of some flooding in some parts of the city of Guelph, so I don't know how that turned out and if it lasted. But there was apparently some streets that were flooding in Guelph, and some small parts of sidewalks that were flooded. So that was interesting. But when I was out walking today and doing my buffing, I went at about 4:30 in the afternoon, and there was nothing. It was completely dry, so the water dried up really quick. But that sun's got some heat to it today. I was out for a little bit, and that sun's got some heat to it. I didn't even have to wear a jacket today, which is nice. It's first time in a long while where I haven't had to wear a jacket. I didn't have to wear a jacket yesterday either, so that was pretty good. Remember the emergency vehicle pictures compilation? Are you doing those, Ontario Fire Buff? I know you've done a couple where you take pictures of emergency vehicles, like different fleets for different departments, and you did. I think you did St. Thomas, and you did another one as well. Oh, you're talking to fire photography. Oh, I didn't see that part of the chat. Yes, when I first started up. Oh, yeah, I never did that. I never did like photo compilations on my channel. I was thinking of doing them for a little bit, but I never got into them. I always preferred the videos, getting videos and throwing them up on the channel. But yeah, today, as I said, I don't know about you guys and your response compilations, but I got over 8 minutes worth of footage for this month, so I did really well. With responses for the month of March. Like this month was really a good month for responses. I got a lot of different stuff. I got a new department on the channel, that being Port Huron Township. So it was a really good month for me, and it was a really good response compilation. I actually have the video saved in my photo stream, and I watch it back because I enjoyed it so much. So I'm looking forward to seeing Ben's and Mason's monthly response compilation. I'm sure they'll be probably better than mine because they have more diverse departments than I do. So I'm really looking forward to seeing your guys's. I'm working on London, but there are so many damn trucks. Yeah, London's got a pretty big fleet. Imagine doing Toronto, though. Imagine doing Toronto. There's a challenge for you, Ontario Fire Buff. Do Toronto's fleet. That'll keep you busy. Actually, my brother's going to Toronto on the weekend, so I asked him to get some videos for me if he sees any emergency responses, because I really want to get some Toronto content on the channel, but I'm never really there. So my brother's there a lot more than I am, so I've asked him to get me some videos if he can when he's in Toronto. We'll see if he does. My brother's not really reliable for getting videos from, but I would love to get some Toronto content on the channel because, especially now, because they're getting a whole bunch of new trucks. They're in the process of a major fleet renewal, so it's certainly an exciting time in Toronto to be a fire buff. I know there is a fire buff in Toronto. I can't think of his name now, but he's been getting all the new Toronto fire stuff. You know, he just filmed one of the new aerials yesterday. He's gotten a lot of the new pumpers. I think his name is Emergency Film Productions, something like that. But he does exclusively Toronto content, GTA content, and it's super cool seeing all those new Toronto trucks in action. Ours will be a good one, probably one of our best so far. Yeah, March was a good month for me too. March was a good month for me too, and I was actually really surprised because going into March, I thought it was going to be kind of a slow month for responses, but it did not disappoint. Now I'm worried about April. I want to kind of do well in April. There's always usually when I have a really good month for responses, I have a really shitty month the next following month. So I'm really hoping that April's good, but we'll see what happens. It's early yet. It's not even April yet, actually. It's still March. But the last day of March, where did that month go? My God, March just flew by. I don't know about you guys, but March just flew by for me. It was really, really, really a fast month. And I got a lot done in March. I went to the States, um, did lots of filming. I think I did more filming in the month of March than I ever have before. That would be hell. Yeah, it would be if you had to get all the Toronto fire fleet. Yeah, that would be a job for you. That would be a task. I'm trying to get new Rescue 2 on video and new Pumper 6. I don't think Engine 6 is in service yet. I don't know if either one of those trucks is in service yet. I know Rescue 2 isn't because you just filmed it. And Engine 6 is obviously not in service, but they'll be going into service soon, I'm sure. And it'll be super exciting when they do. It was actually really cool, Griffin, that you got, I believe it was Rescue 2 with the lights on, and it has the Whale and Core lighting setup. So that's really, really cool to see the Whale and Core lighting setups on the new London trucks. That's really cool to see that. Really cool to see that more departments are adopting it. I know Toronto's adopted it. Burlington's got some of their trucks with it. We have actually two trucks with the Whale and Core lighting setup. So it's good to see more fire departments adopting that setup, and it really looks good on the trucks. It really looks good on the trucks. Patience is key soon. Absolutely, Ben. It's patience is certainly key. Like me waiting for these new pumpers. It is just a matter of waiting. Just patience, and eventually it'll pay off. Like buffing, you just got to sit there and play the waiting game sometimes. Jump real quick. Well, I'm not going to jump. I actually it kind of threw out my back the other day. I don't know what the hell I did, but I was changing tires, and I was lifting up one of the tires, and my back I pulled my back out, I think, and it's been kind of sore since, so I haven't even been walking right. I was actually walking today, and I was walking like a question mark. I had all the pedestrians looking at me, and it was kind of funny, but I just try to ignore it. It'll go away. Pulled a muscle. I haven't really worked my muscles, so going out to do the tires and then do a brake job after that was kind of a stupid thing, considering I really hadn't worked my muscles or done any exercise. I just went out and did the work on the truck, and no thought behind it. That's kind of how I work, though. When I have to do something, I just do it. I don't prepare for it. I just go and do it. There's no thought behind it. Yeah, they're using engine 13 as ladder 1 for now. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Huh, good to know. I actually saw that engine 2, the current engine 2 is running a spare. So I don't know what's going on with the engine 2 truck, but I saw in your video that you posted, Griffin, that they're running a spare out of station 2 for the engine, which is interesting. Those old Spartans they're getting up there in age. What's the oldest truck in London's fleet? Is it the hazmat truck? I feel like that's probably the oldest fire truck. What is it? Like a 2005? I know our oldest truck is Pump 8 at 2003, so it's 22 years old, and it'll be getting retired when the new pumpers come, whenever they come, and then Pump 7 is the next one in line. It is 2005, and it's 20 years old, 21 years old. So yeah, then Truck 5 and Engine 7. Okay. All right. So the hazmat is the oldest, then Truck 5, and then Engine 7. Okay, good to know. Yeah, but they're getting up there in age. They're getting up there in age. It doesn't seem so long ago that I was marking the 10th anniversary of Pump 7. Meanwhile, that was almost 11 years ago. So it's crazy to think about that. But where does time go, and even like some of the trucks that I remember, like in Guelph, being delivered, like Rescue 3, Pump 9, which used to be Pump 4. I remember when Pump 4 was brand new back in 2014. I was one of the first to tour it, and now it's already 12 years old. Like, where did those years go? It's just crazy. And these trucks get worked, and I'm sure they get worked even harder in London, but these trucks in Guelph, they get worked, and I bet London they get worked really hard because they're responding all the time. They're always going, and London, it seems like they're a little bit hard on the trucks for the way they drive them. They drive them a lot faster and a lot harder than we do in Guelph. We're kind of slower and easier with our equipment. Is this London, England? LOL. I've seen that on quite a few London response videos, and it's like, no. And the way you can know that, if you know anything about emergency services, is for London in England, it's London Metropolitan Fire Brigade. It's not London Fire Department. It's London Metropolitan Fire Brigade. It's just like the police. It's London Metropolitan Police, not London Police Service. So that's how you can know right there, dead giveaway. And then not all the not to mention all the other different emergency vehicles, but that's a whole nother conversation. Yeah, they're using the spare for a while, probably. Okay, cool. It's always cool to catch spares. I wish we had more spares to catch, but really we only have 3, and only 2 of them ever get used. Like Pump 8 never gets used as a spare, and even Pump 7, it's a pretty rare occasion where I see it responding. But Pump 9, I always seem to have luck getting since it's gone into being a spare. Bigger streets, not as bendy. London can get up to speed quicker. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but I did notice that actually when I was in London. The streets are a lot bigger, and it's busier, but the traffic, it doesn't seem as congested in London as it does in Guelph. Like Guelph, if you come to Guelph, the congestion in Guelph is just a freaking nightmare. So London the traffic seems to flow a lot better. Of course, except if there's construction, then it's a little bit slower. But yeah, the streets are definitely bigger in London. Same with Mississauga too, and like the GTA, like the newer parts of the GTA, the streets are way bigger. Trust me, London's congestion is much worse. Okay, you would know better than me because I'm not there. But from what I've seen being there, the only bad real congestion that I saw was on Wellington Street by Station 9, but they were doing like a bunch of construction there. But everywhere else seemed to flow pretty quickly. But I trust your judgment. You're there a lot more than me. But Guelph, I tell you, ugh, it's a nightmare getting around here. I timed it to go from one end of the city to the other, and on the busiest day, it was 20 minutes to get from, I think it was Edinburgh Road at Waterloo all the way down to Gordon and Clare Road. So it was 20 minutes in traffic. So anyway, but that's a whole nother thing. I don't drive, so I walk everywhere, and if I have to drive, I don't drive, so someone drives me. So I let them worry about the traffic. I just sit and watch, look for emergency responses. Hopefully, I get lots of air horns with Engine 2 and Engine 2 Spare 24 all this week. Yeah, you've had pretty good luck with the horns. Even the videos that I've seen, you've been getting some pretty good air horn action out of Station 2. So hopefully you get some more. And that's another thing I noticed about London. They are not shy with their air horns. They use them a hell of a lot more than Guelph ever does. Guelph kind of is pretty shy with the air horns. That's why if I ever get an air horn on a Guelph fire truck, it is a super rare treat because we're kind of shy up here with them. But you guys down in London, you're not shy with your air horns, which is awesome because air horns are great. I posted a video of a plane earlier. Was that the Cirrus SR-22 video? I think I saw that video of it flying over the city of St. Thomas. I think I saw that. I really want to get back into doing some more plane spotting. I'm hoping to go to Truck World in April and then go to the airport. We're talking about going to Michigan though again. So if I go to Michigan, I won't go to Truck World. So I hope I can go to Truck World so I can do some plane spotting as well. I was just in Michigan, so I don't really need to go back. But if I get the opportunity to go, I certainly will. But I kind of want to go to Truck World, and I kind of want to do some plane spotting. But one thing I'd love to do, but my friend doesn't want to do it with me. I'd love to go to the trade show, the Ontario Fire Chief Trade Show in Toronto at the Convention Center, at the International Center, sorry. I'd love to go to that because they have all the new fire trucks for the departments. I'd love to go to that and tour that, but nobody wants to go with me, so I don't think I'll be going to that. But there's always some pretty good pictures of it on Facebook and on Flickr, so if I don't go to it, I'm sure there'll be some pretty good pictures. There's quite a few photographers that go and get some pretty good pictures of the trucks at the trade show. But I would like to go there one year. Like one year, I would like to go to the I don't even know what it's called, the Ontario Association of Fire Chiefs Trade Show. They have all it's like the Canadian version of FDIC, basically, is what it is. I think they have all the new deliveries and stuff for the departments. It's pretty cool, pretty cool. But that's one place I would love to go one day. Today there was a woman fire captain in Engine 24. Oh, cool, cool. We have a few of them. I actually saw a woman firefighter driving Aerial 1 a couple weeks ago, and she was having a little bit of trouble getting it in the bay, but she managed. She managed with a little bit of help from her partner. She managed to get it in the bay. But Aerial 1 is a big truck, so I don't envy anyone who's driving that thing because it's freaking huge. And especially if you're driving downtown, ugh, good luck. Apologies for the kids talking. So many people were in my driveway. LOL. Yeah, I mean, even me, like, I don't like to talk in my videos, but sometimes when I'm filming with my friends, I'm talking as well. So it's all good. Part of the thing. As long as you get a good video, the talking is kind of overshadowed by the quality of the video. So that's kind of how I look at it. She waved at me. Oh, that's good. Nice. It's very rare that a Guelph firefighter will wave at me, but generally they're in the cab and they're working away, getting ready for the call, so they don't have time to wave at a silly nerd like me. But sometimes they give me the odd wave, but not very often. I find in America, though, in the States, every time I get a fire truck responding, I get a wave. Every time. Never fails, which is super cool. Super, super cool. Griffin, you should do a buffing live stream. Yeah, that would be pretty cool if Griffin did a buffing live stream. I feel like that'll become more popular with fire buffs as the buffing live stream. I would love to start getting back into them. Unfortunately, though, with my phone, I don't know if I'll ever be able to get back into outdoor streams. Maybe with the new phone, that won't be a problem. But I don't know what it is. I think it's a YouTube error because it shows my live stream is upcoming, even though I'm actually live. So it's like I don't know if it can't deliver the feed or what the heck is the problem. But it works fine on my tablet, the live stream. So I don't know what the deal is. And then once I end the stream and I try to rewatch it, it won't even let me. It won't even let me access it. It'll say this content is unavailable or whatever. So I don't know what the problem is. I've looked into it on forums. I've looked into it on Reddit. There's really nothing that gives me any clear answer to what the problem is. So I'm just doing this live stream method until I can get a resolution to it. So hopefully you guys don't mind my rambling streams. Sometimes I wonder how you guys bear with me. But anyway, it's all good. I'm glad you guys are happy. Hey, Fire Photography 2015, welcome to the stream. How you doing, man? Good to see you back in chat. You're going to Station 3 on Friday. Cool, cool. Nice. Well, hopefully you get something good responding there. I know Griffin's been there a couple times. You can get some pretty cool responses out of that station. Pretty cool and fast responses. I would really love to go to London and like just do a whole day where I just go there and buff. I think that would be super cool. I didn't have to go see family, any of that. I could just go to London for a day and buff. I think that would be super, super awesome. But the chances of that going with the people I go with are highly unlikely. But I would love to do that one day. I think it would be super cool to just spend a day in London and buff because there's a lot to see down there. There is a lot to see, and I haven't seen half of it. So I think that would be one thing I would love to do one day. Oh, you live down the street from 3? That's pretty cool. Nice. That's really convenient. I would love to live close to a fire hall because I'd be there all the time. I'd be there all the time getting stuff. What time, Griffin? I do a live stream tomorrow. I go fire buff after school at Station 2. Gonna be there for hours till 9 p.m. Oh, wow, you're like fire photography. You are dedicated to the cause. Staying there for hours buffing. That's awesome. If I had like a car or like a friend to buff with, I could buff for the whole day. No problem. But unfortunately, as a lone wolf, it's a little bit hard to buff for hours on end by yourself. What time, Griffin? Like 3 o'clock. Okay, that's not bad. Yeah, so right after school. So, that's kind of one thing when I do my live streams. I like to kind of do them later in the evening just because it's 3, 4 o'clock. Everybody's kind of rushing home. Everybody's kind of still working stuff. So, I like to do them a little bit later in the evening, just to kind of so everybody can watch the stream and be there. Because at 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, people are still in school or working or on their way home, so they might not have time to watch a live stream. So it's up to you, Griffin, what time you do it at. I live smack dab near 6, 12, and 4. Oh, strategically located, so you can go between all of them. Yeah, Matt and I go late when we go out together. LOL. Yeah, that's awesome. That's so awesome. I'd love to like just spend a whole day and just buff until the late in the night. But again, I don't have a car, so I'd have to stand outside, and I'm a little bit worried about being in the dark on my own. But Guelph is a little bit. It's not bad, but there's a few things you got to watch out for, especially at the nighttime. The nighttime, I would never go downtown Guelph. Let's just say that. And headquarters is close to downtown, but I do love buffing. Regardless, it is pretty cool to go to go buffing. I go buffing till like 3 a.m. on weekends. Holy shit! Really? Damn, that's awesome, man. That is super cool. But you can go that late. That is super cool. Any idea what's going on at Stations 15's Upper Bay? Speaking of 15, is it done? Nope, not yet. Gonna be open in a few weeks. Okay, so it's getting close. It's moving along. That'll be exciting when it opens. I wonder if they'll have like a community open house for it. You know, like how with some cities, when they open a new department or when they open a new city facility in general, they kind of have like an opening ceremony kind of thing where the public can come in and tour it. That would be pretty cool if they did that for the hall. Oh, they are nice. That'll be cool. So I'm sure you and Matt or you will probably go there and check it out. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. If I lived closer, I would go check it out for sure. I think that'd be pretty cool to see the new Station 15 inaugural open. JD, welcome to the stream. I'm not gonna jump. That's the second request I've gotten to jump. I don't know why people want me to jump, but I'm not gonna do it on live stream. So yeah. E7, is it in front line? LOL. I don't know. I might go up to Station 3 to chat with Jimmy, who's the driver of Engine 3, and maybe do a ride along. Well, that would be super cool if you could do a ride along. I think that would be super cool if you could do a ride along. Ride alongs for fire departments seem like they're pretty rare, but if you could get one, that'd be super awesome. And it'd be even cooler if you could document part of it. That would be super cool. It was parked there. Parked there. Wouldn't have been Engine 7. Engine 7 is in its frontline truck. Okay. Now we're talking about London stuff. I don't know much about London, so I'll let Ben clear that whole headspace up. He knows a lot more about it than I do. I just know that London's getting a bunch of new trucks, and it's going to be a super exciting time for their department. It was probably grabbing gear. It was outside uni first. At closed station, huh? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what would be going on with that. I don't believe that. Huh, interesting. Yeah, I know Ben is pretty well versed on all the goings on of the fire department, especially London Fire Department. So ask him; he'll know. He'll know about it. But yeah, London is a pretty cool department. Guelph, I know for their supplies, they go to headquarters to get them. That's generally where they go. Sometimes they the platoon chief will deliver certain things, but not big things, just small things. But generally, they go to the headquarters, the main hall, to get the supplies they need. I don't know how often they go, but I would imagine they probably go once a week to restock their stuff, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool when they're all there at the same time. You know, I've gotten some pretty cool responses when that's going on. So, like, the one time I've gotten like multiple trucks. I got Aerial 4, Pump 6, Aerial 1, and the platoon chief, and Pump 6 and Aerial 4 were up there picking up supplies the one day, and I luckily got that response. So it's always cool when they all convene on headquarters and you get to see all the trucks. Yeah, same with London. Okay, cool. So kind of the same process. Do you guys think I should do a live stream tomorrow? Yeah, I think that'd be certain. I certainly would join. I certainly would join that live stream. I think that'd be awesome. Maybe then tomorrow I won't have to do a live stream. You can do it instead for me. But yeah, no, I like doing these live streams. They're fun. They're fun. But I would like to do a buffing live stream. I'd like to buff at a different station other than headquarters. I'd like to go to Station 4 and do a buffing live stream. But again, damn phone. So maybe one day in the future. I get off school at 2:15. You get off early down there. Do you have a spare, or is that just your regular time of getting off? Because I know for Guelph high schoolers mostly get out at 3:20, 3:25. That's generally the time. When I was in school, I got out at 3:25 for the first 3 years. Then when I got to grade 12, I got a spare, so I got out at like 2 o'clock. So yeah, that was kind of how it worked for me. And then after that, I just went straight home. Straight home. That was really before I took a passion with the YouTube thing. So I was just going home and sleeping or whatever. I remember pulling an all-nighter at Station 5. Oh, wow. That is dedication. You guys are more dedicated than me. You guys should be getting banger responses. Well, I know Fire Photography and Ben do, and Griffin does as well. You guys should be getting banger responses all the time with your dedication. Damn, I only buff at a station for at the longest 2 hours. So, and I'm lucky if I get anything in that period of time. So yeah, you guys should be getting some bangers with all time, but it's hit or miss. It's hit or miss, you know. Do I like Guns N' Roses? Yes, I do. I like Guns N' Roses. I was actually listening to them today, funny enough. So I do like Guns N' Roses. I like AC/DC. Actually, I have an AC/DC shirt on under here. I like Journey. I like Foreigner. I like all those old 80s rock bands, 80s and 70s rock bands. Really big into that stuff. I don't really like many new songs. I'm just mainly into the older music. So I like old country. I like old rock. That's kind of the stuff I like. I even like some music from the 50s. But new music, I don't listen to rap. I don't listen to hip hop. I don't listen to pop music. I don't listen to any of that shit. That's just not my kind of music. But even modern country, I don't listen to that very often. There's the odd modern country song that I don't mind. But generally speaking, I'm old school all the way when it comes to music. I don't know about you guys, what you guys are into, but I'm into the old stuff. Starting around 3:30ish. Okay, that's all right. I'll try and hop in and take a gander at your live stream and maybe leave you a couple chats. Just be aware, lots of horns tomorrow. All right, well, I'll be waiting for those horns. It's always good to hear them. Griffin, try to get a tour. Okay, shit. I don't know what we're saying shit about, but yeah, tours are always cool. Station tours are always cool. I don't do them very often, just because I don't like to bother the firefighters. So I don't. Not home till around 4. Okay, well you gotta. Maybe Griffin will go like me, and he'll go for an hour or 30 minutes. So you'll be able to hop on sometime a little bit later. But station tours are pretty cool. I like them, but I don't like bothering the firefighters. So generally, I don't like to go there just randomly and ask for one. But if I can, or if they're outside or working on the truck, I'll go over there and ask them if I can look at their truck or whatever. But I don't like to bother the firefighters per se. So generally, I don't do that too much. But I know a lot of guys do it, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, and usually they're really inviting, so that's always good. That's okay. I won't end the live stream till like 9 p.m. 9 p.m. Wow, that's a long stream, buddy. You're gonna put your time in there. You'll get lots of watch time from that. You'll get lots of watch time and views from doing it that long. By the way, my profile pic is new Engine 6. Yeah, I saw that a little while ago, but you got a picture of the new Engine 6. I think you also posted a picture of it on your community tab too, didn't you? I know you posted Rescue 2 on your community tab. For sure, I remember that. The new Engine 6 looks really good, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it in action. And I'm sure Ben or Mason or Matt will be one of the first ones to get it, maybe even Griffin, because he's in London a lot, so maybe one of those four will get it. Anyway, guys, on that note, I've been rambling on for almost 40 minutes. I'm going to probably call the stream on a high note while I still have my voice, because I'm kind of getting a sore throat, which usually happens with me when I talk too much. But anyway, thank you guys for joining the stream. It was good to have you all in the chat, and I will speak with you again soon. Take care, guys. You take care, Ben. Take care, Ontario Firebuff. Thanks for joining, everyone.